to get disturbed, right? All right. So I'm going to start off with my introduction, then we will start off with the session. So hi everyone, my name is Varsha Srivastav. I'm from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. By profession, I'm a handcrafted jewelry designer. I have the expertise in paper jewelry. And apart from that, I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm an online educator and a social activist too. And yes, being an online educator, I'm working for BitClass and I have taught more than 30,000 students till now. That is a very, very important thing which I wanted to share because I have crossed 30,000 students today. So you guys are very, very special for me. And apart from that, in the field of paper jewelry, I hold a world as well as national record. I have been awarded from the Central Ministry of India as well as many state ministries and the governors of 2 states. And I'm also an empaneled designer and artisan from the Ministry of Textiles of India. So this is about me. It's been more than 7.5 years I'm working in the field of art and crafts and paper jewelry. And it's been 2.5 years I'm working with this art form named as Warli. And this art form is very, very close to my heart because this is a wonderful art form. So now I'm going to talk about Warli. But before telling about Warli, I want to ask you guys that how many of you know about Warli? So if you know about it, write yes. If you don't know, write no. And if you know little bit, write little bit. Thank you so much, everyone who are appreciating in the chat box. Okay, no, 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 yes, no, 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 no. Little bit. Okay. So there are a lot of people who don't know or who don't know little bit. I can see very less yeses in the chat box. Yes. Okay, no problem. I'm there to help you out with the things. I'm going to tell you about Warli. So guys, Warli is a very, very beautiful tribal art form. And I just got connected with this art form 2.5 years ago because of one of my customers. So one of my customers just gave me a sari and she asked me to replicate the sari border design on a jewelry. So I just made a set and I replicated that design on the jewelry and it just came out very beautiful. And I just fell in love with this art form. I added more and more products in my business and my business grew like anything. Okay, so this is how I got in connection with Warli. And now I'm going to tell you what is Warli all about. So Warli is a very beautiful tribal art form, which is actually from India and especially from the outskirts of Maharashtra, especially from the Sahyadri Range. Okay, so these tribal people who reside there on the outskirts of Maharashtra, they used to paint their mud house walls using the rice water paste as the color and the bamboo stick as the brush. Okay, so there were 2 colors involved. First was the mud color of the mud house wall and second color was the detailing color, which was the white color of the rice water paste. Then there was one base that was the mud house wall. So if you see this painting, if you see the Warli art, you can see the reflections of the livings of these people. They used to make their own lifestyles in their paintings. Okay. So before 1970s, this particular art form was very much limited to its tribal region. But after 1970s, this art form started traveling towards the cities and it took another regeneration in a very beautiful form. So before 1970s, there were 2 colors involved, but after 1970s, lot of colors were introduced and painted Warli was introduced. Now before 1970s, there was only one base, which was the mud house wall. But after 1970s, lot of bases were also introduced, like paper, canvas coasters, pebble paperweights, vases, jewelry, fabric, etc. And in this way, people started making this art form a lot and this particular art form came into the limelight. Okay. Another thing is that there are few differences between Warli and other art forms. So the first difference is that whenever we are making the other art forms, we generally imagine it and draw. But whenever we are making Warli, we have to keep this thing in mind that we have to make the tribal life or village life. You cannot add modernization to this art form. You cannot make buildings or helicopters or aeroplanes anywhere. Okay. So you have to stick to this point that we have to make the tribal life or village life. Another very important thing is that whenever we are making the other art form and we are making the human figures in those, then we make the facial expressions, we make the eyes, nose, lips to show the facial expressions. But whenever we are making Warli, we have to keep this thing in mind that the face remains solid, but we show the expressions and activities to the body posture, leg formation and hand formation. Okay, is that clear? This is something really basic about Warli. Now we will be starting off with this wonderful session and I am going to start off with the basics. So I start off with the basics because clearing the basics are very important, right? So if you don't know the ABCD of anything, then you won't be able to make the words. You won't be able to form the sentences. So the ABCD of anything is very important. So we will be starting off with the basics today. And the basic has the basic shapes, basic borders, basic human figures, animal figures, bird figures and all. Okay, so I'm going to teach you everything step by step. And you have to draw along with me. I can see 126 people in house. Now, can I get the maximum replies of you people? Those who are ready with the pen, paper, and a scale to draw along. So, if you are ready with the pen, paper, and a scale, you just have to write ready in the chat box. And I want maximum people to be ready with the stuff. Okay. Wow. Kya energy hai? Very nice. I'm just rotating my camera very quickly because I'm also ready with my table. Yes. Okay. Full on energy. Kya baat hai? Very energetic people. Very, very energetic. This is super fantastic. So yes, everybody is ready and I am also ready. My paper is ready. So we will be starting off with the basics. And once I am done with my drawing, I am going to show you the stuff, whatever I make and whatever I teach in the masterclass. And then our beautiful moderator, Yogita, will be telling you about the masterclass details. And yes, there is some instruction. The instruction is that if you have any queries, any doubts in the middle of the session, you can just write your question in the chat box. I will keep an eye on the chat box as well, and I'll respond to your questions as well. Or else, if I'm going too fast in the middle of the session, then you can just write it in the chat box that, ma'am, please go slow. You are going fast. I'll just maintain my pace. Okay. I hope that's clear. Now we will be starting off with the basics. So I am going to write basic shapes. Basic shapes. We will be making different shapes, and every shape is very important whenever we are making Warli. So I'm going to use few terms as well. You have to listen to me and write those terms as well. Okay. So first shape is the circles. Circles. So now I'm just making a normal circle like this, and this is a hollow circle. So you can make an arrow and write hollow. And then when I fill the color in a hollow circle, then it will be solid. So first one is the hollow circle. Second is the solid circle. And third is the dot. Hollow circle, solid circle, and the dot. Okay. Second thing which I'm going to make are the lines. Lines. So I'm going to make the straight lines, also known as the vertical lines. Then I'm going to make the horizontal lines, and I also call them the sleeping lines because people get confused between verticals and horizontals at times. And then I'm going to make the slant lines or tilted lines. Okay, these are the lines. Next, I'm going to make the cross. Cross. Now for making the cross, just make a multiplication sign. Make a multiplication sign and make the lines both the sides, and then make a broad cross. Now first two crosses are used for human figures, and the third cross is used for animal figures. Okay, first two crosses for human figures and third cross for animal figures. Once I'll proceed with the figures, you will understand the difference. Next, I'm going to make the cones. Cones. For making the cones, just make a V, make it upside down, make it sideways, left and right, and then make a cone and make another cone inside it. Okay. Now next, I'm going to make the triangles. Triangles. Cones are like this. Just make a V, make it upside down, make it sideways, left and right, and then make a cone and make another cone inside it. Thank you so much, Kranti. Thanks a lot. Now making the triangles, just make a normal triangle like this. make it upside down, make it sideways, left and right, and then make a triangle and make another triangle inside it. So once you are just clear with the basic shapes, you have to practice those because all the shapes are somehow used in your things. Okay. Shriram, my video is not paused. If you find my video paused, please rejoin because some network issue is there from your end. Then I'm going to make the semicircles. I'm putting a slash and writing curves. Curves. Semicircles and the curves. Okay. So there is a slight difference between the semicircles and the curves. And the difference is that the semicircles are broader than the curves. Okay. Tripti, I'm not on mute. Thank you so much, Nidhi. Okay. So I'm just making the semicircles first. Make it like this, make it upside down, sideways, left and right, make a line and the semicircle, make it upside down and make another semicircle inside this. So these are the semicircles. Now, as I said, that the semicircles are broader than the curves. Curves are not as broad as the semicircles. Okay, so I'm just putting the slash and I'm going to make the curves now. Now, curves are just like this, upside down, inwards and outwards, and then you can just make it like this as well. Okay, so these are the curves. Okay. What happened, Anu? What is the problem? Can you please elaborate? Yogita, can you please see to the matter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now next I'm going to make the oval. Oval. Now oval is made like this. This is the horizontal one and this is the vertical one. Horizontal and vertical. Okay. Then I'm going to make the eye shape or leaf shape. Now the question arises that, ma'am, you said that eyes are not made on the in the figures, then why we are making the eye shape? So the answer is that eye shape also represents the leaf shape. Okay. And we use it in making the borders, in making the fish bodies. That is why we make the eye shape or leaf shape. So just make a curve and join another curve like this. Thank you so much, Kranti. That really means a lot. I'm just making it vertical as well. And this is the slanting one. Okay. Yes, Prachi, I can show the curves. Can you see these? Can you see these? Great. Okay, next I'm going to make the checked lines. Checked lines. For making the checked lines, just make the straight lines like this or the vertical lines and the horizontal lines on them. Okay. Then I'm making the slant lines and the horizontal lines on them. And then I'm going to make the slant lines and the slant lines on them. Pallavi, we use the slanting leaf in the borders for making different designs. I'm going to use it in the border. Once I'm done with my basic shapes, you will understand it, okay? Now, next shape is the spirals. S-P-I-R-A-L-S. Spirals. The spirals are like this. And as I said that every shape has its own importance. Once we reach in the further things, you will understand each and everything. And if you will join the masterclass, then obviously you will be master in the Warli Art. So that about masterclass we will be discussing later on once I'm done with my things. Next, I'm going to make the waves. Waves. Now these are the high waves And these are the low waves, high waves and low waves. Okay. Now I'm going to make the last basic shape. Very important. That is mango motif. It's MANGO MOTIF. Mango motif. This is the last basic shape, and this is made like this. And if you want me to repeat this, you can just let me know. The other one is made like this. If you want me to repeat any of the shapes, please let me know. I'll just repeat it for you. Okay. I hope mango motif is clear to each and every one of you. Okay, that is great. Second one, please. Okay, I'm just repeating both the mango motifs. Don't worry, don't worry. All right. So first one is like this. Okay. And second one is like this. I have to repeat the spiral as well. Okay. So spiral is like this. Lot of coils are there inside that actually. Like this. Yes, yes, Molly. You can just make the mango motifs horizontally. You can make it vertically. You can make it in a slanting manner. Okay. Anyways. All right. So we will be proceeding with the borders now. And for making the borders, we require the scale. Here comes the scale. Okay. So I am going to teach you different patterns also in every border. Okay. And in your border, you are going to practice your basic shapes because we will be making the basic shapes multiple times. All right. Okay. In circle, the second circle is the solid circle. First one is the hollow circle. Second is the solid circle. And third is the dot. Yes, these are used in mandala too. That's true. Lot of shapes are there which are universal, right? So universal shapes are obviously used in multiple art forms. So I am going to make the first border. For that, I am drawing two lines like this. Just draw two lines. And we will be making different borders as well. Okay, different patterns as well. Manvi, we use the spirals for making the elephant trunk. We will be making it today, don't worry. And we also use it in the borders. Okay. So there are different uses of different shapes. So over here, I'm going to make the triangles in this. Just make the triangles like this. So this is one pattern. Yeah. Yes, Manvi, once I'm done with the drawing, I'm just going to show you the full page. You can take the screenshot. Okay. So I'm going to put the dots and the pattern changes. Just put the dots and the pattern changes. Now we will be changing the pattern again. I'm going to make one side of the triangle solid and the other side of the triangle remains hollow with a dot. And dots and triangles are very prominent in tribal art, especially Warli. Okay. So I have just made the triangles solid and the other side will remain hollow with a dot. And in this, the pattern again changes. Monica, we won't be using all the shapes, but yes, obviously these shapes are used some or the other way that I'll definitely share in the masterclass. Okay. Because we are short of time and we have to cover a lot of things. So now next border, again two lines. Now in this border, I am going to make the slant eye shape or the leaf shape. What kind of colors we can use for Burley? We can use any colors. We can use, I generally go for the waterproof colors, whether acrylics or fabrics. I also do the Burley from pens. And also there is a lot of detail about it because on what pen, on what paper, what kind of pen is used, this is another thing. Right now I'm using the normal pen. Thank you so much, Ashrita. Okay. All right. I'm proceeding and I'm going to make the slanting eye shapes or leaf shapes. Just make the eye shapes and leaf shapes in a slanting manner like this, and then just keep the dots like this. Manvi, once I'm done with the drawing, you will be able to see the whole page. Okay, now I'm going to teach you 3 different patterns in this as well. I'm just making the lines and this is the line pattern. Okay, then I'm making one center line and the slant lines. And this is the leaf pattern. I'm just making it leafy kind of. One center line and slant lines. And third one goes solid. So this is solid. You can opt any of these designs whenever you are making the fair painting of Warli in your border, and you can just draw this. Okay. So this is another one. And now we will be making the third border. And in the third border, we will be making the triangles with curves. Just make 2 lines jaldi se. Can you see this? The leaf shape or eye shape. Okay, in the border, I just made it slanting like this. Okay. Kaustup, it is pronounced in both the ways, either Warli or Warli. You can just Google for it. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to make the triangles in this. Like this. And then inside this, I'm going to make the hollow triangles. And between these triangles, I'm going to make the curves. When we use the first border, it's nothing like that, Kranti, that when we have to use, it's like that whenever you are making the fair painting, give the border to your painting. Okay. This is a proper detailed thing in the master class, and we will be talking about it because I have more than 35 designs of borders, which I'm going to share in the master class. Today, we will be covering the basics, and then I'm going to share rest of the things in the master class. Okay. Now between the triangles, I'm making the curves like this. Yes, Reva. Yes, Reva. I'm going slow. Just see the things. Where are you? Can you please let me know, Reva? Okay. Now going to proceed with the next border. And in the next border, I'm going to make the crosses. So I'm going to make the crosses over here. Lot of crosses together. So you see that we are actually practicing our basic shapes. Yes, Meera, I already told this that once I am done with my drawing part, I am going to show you the stuff, whatever I make and whatever I teach in the masterclass. Kavya, what are you trying to ask? Can you please elaborate? Okay, I'm just putting the dots both the sides. Very energetic people. I'm actually loving this. Yes, welcome, Meera.
Ma'am, I
Okay.
think Kavya is asking that how will we know which design suits our art more?
That thing is actually like, it's nothing like that you can just make a particular border for a particular painting. You can use any of the borders. You can also create your own borders. Like a lot of my students are there who have done wonders in Warli class. Yesterday I got a proper painting from a student of mine who shared a picture, and she actually painted her suit. See, she actually painted a cloth in a very proper manner. So this is up to you, that what border you want to fix it, what place. Okay, it's nothing like that, but it's compulsory कि यहाँ पे यही border लगाना है. Okay. Now I'm going to make one line for the next border, one single line. Welcome, Kavya. I'm going to leave some space. I'm going to make the semicircle, another semicircle which goes solid. And then I'm going to make the line and the dot, line and the dot, line and the dot, and so on to give it a semi-circular shape. Okay. Now I'm leaving some space, making the semicircle, making another semicircle which goes solid. And again, I'm going to make the line and the dots, line and the dots, and so on to give the pattern a semicircular shape. Okay. Now, if I keep my scale, you see that my patterns are equal to each other. If you're unable to make the equal patterns, you can just make a line using the pencil, and then you can just remove it later on once you are done with the drawing. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. Now I'm proceeding further. I'm going to make two close lines in this. Okay. So I'm going to make the semicircles in this, small semicircles like this, both the sides. And you can also create different border designs with the help of the basic shapes, with the help of different figures. So I'm going to put the dots in these like this. And I am going to stretch the lines between the semicircles to make it more detailed like this. Okay. This is another border. All right. Yes, Nidhi. You can create your own design as well. Yeah, like you are unable to understand this right now. Seriously telling, once you're joining the master class, you are going to do wonders. Because there are a lot of students of mine who are actually creating new things some or the other day, and they're actually showing it to me. So इतना ज़्यादा knowledge आप लोग की wide हो जाती है. You guys have so wide knowledge about Warli once you join in the master class that you do wonders. Okay. Next, I'm going to make the cones. So I'm making two lines again, and I am going to make the cones in this. Like this. Thank you so much, Monica. Thank you so much, Himaji. And thank you so much, everyone who are appreciating in the chat box. Okay, so I'm just putting the dots above the lines where these cones are connected. And I am going to put the dots below the lines where these cones are connected. Anu, you will get the masterclass details in the last. So you have to be there till the last. Okay. Stay with us. Yes, Molly, you can add the mango motif as well. No problem at all. Okay. Now I'm proceeding with the last two borders, and then we'll proceed with the basic human figures. In the last two borders, these two borders are the filler borders, which we make where we don't have the space to make the broad borders. So for the first one, I'm going to make these crosses without the lines and smaller in size. So just join the crosses together like this and put the dots in the centers. Okay. Kranti, very nice. This is very nice. You're sharing your own information as well. That is something fantastic. Okay, so I'm making the last border. I'm joining the slant lines together. These are the conical borders. These are the conical border patterns. I'm putting the dots both the sides, and I'm going to put the dots on the edges as well. Like this. Anu, these are the filler borders which we make when we don't have the space to make the broad borders. This is what I said. Okay. Now we will be proceeding with the basic human figures. But before drawing anything, I'm going to explain you something. Basic human figures. So whenever we are making the human figures in Warli, so we actually differentiate with the body formation, leg formation, and hand formation to identify that what activities are going on. Like we are making Warli daily life, we are making god figures, we are making the figures with instruments in their hands, the Tarpa dance forms, and lot of things. So like if I'm just giving the example that if we are making Warli daily life and if I'm making a lady who's cooking food, so her body posture will be the sitting posture, leg formation and hand formation will differ. If we are making a person who's taking the stuff from one place to another, then the body formation, leg formation, hand formation will differ. Okay, so everything is in very very detail. Yes, thank you so much, Anu, that really means a lot. Everything is in a proper detailed manner. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you the basics, the basic leg formations which we make when we making the standing figures. Okay, so the first leg formation is the left leg formation. L stands for left, and we make this leg formation for the person who's standing and facing towards the left. So left leg formation will be like this: a small slant line, big slant line, a small slant line, again the second one just next to it. Okay, then opposite we have the right leg formation for the person who's standing and facing towards the right. So this leg formation is made, and this is the right leg formation. Okay, then we have the straight leg formation. For straight leg formation, we make the legs like this. Okay, Molly. I'm just going to make the last leg formation and then I'm going to explain something. So I'm giving you 1 minute pause. Okay, Dharini, I'm explaining this again. So whenever we are making different figures in Warli, we actually differentiate with the body posture, leg formation and hand formation. Okay. So we have lot of kinds of sitting formations, we have lot of standing formations and lot of things which actually describe the activities, which actually show the activities. Okay. So today I am actually explaining you the basic leg formations for the standing person. Okay, whenever we are making the standing person, then what kind of leg formations are made? So first one is the left leg formation for the person who is standing and facing towards the left. Second one is the right leg formation for a person who is standing and facing towards the right. And for the third one is the straight leg formation. Pooja, obviously some people are going slow, so I cannot go fast. Okay. All right. So third one is the straight leg formation and fourth one is the front leg formation. It is like this. So I have to maintain the speed according to everybody. I cannot only listen to one person and go fast because a lot of people are drawing together. Yes. All right. So now I'm going to make the first figure, and the first figure is the figure of a man. And this is the most important figure because if we know how to make the figure of the man, you can easily make the figure of a boy, a girl, or a woman because we differentiate with the hairstyles. Okay. So I'm just going to make the first figure, draw it along. Just make a solid circle, straight line for the neck, horizontal line for the shoulders. Here comes the cross. I'm joining this and I'm going to solid this. So you see, I am speaking all the terms which are there in the basic shapes. Then I'm making a big slant line and a small slant line, big slant line, a small slant line, and left leg formation. You can make the right leg formation or any of the leg formations you wish to make. F stands for front leg formation. Thank you so much, Yogita. Thank you so much, Nikita. Okay, this is the man. Now, if I have to make a boy along with a man or a woman in Warli daily life, then the boy's height will be shorter in comparison to the man. I'm just making the boy next to the man. Same figure, but short heighted. Just make the same figure, but short heighted. But I am going to make his hands like he's holding the hand of his father. So I'm making his hand like this and another hand like this. So this is a boy. And I'm going to make some lines on his head to make the difference. So this is a boy. Thank you so much, everyone. Those who are appreciating. Thank you, Hema. Okay. Then next, I'm going to make the figure of a woman. And for that, again, you have to make the figure of the man first. Okay. So just do the practice. Make the figure of the man again. And we will be bringing the changes with the hairstyles. So I am just making the figure of the man again. And now, if I have to bring some changes, thank you so much, Revati and Pallavi. Then, if I have to make it a woman, then I'm going to make a bun over here. Just make a bun. And this is a woman. Okay. Now, I'm going to teach you 3 different phases of a girl: little girl, young girl, and an adult girl. So, again, the figures will be the same, but we will be bringing the changes with the hairstyles. Okay. So first one, this will be the little girl. Make the figure of the man again. Okay. Just make it like this. And if I have to make it a little girl, then just make 2 side ponies like this. And this will be the little girl. Okay. Thank you so much, Basanji, Meera, everybody. Again, make the man, the figure of the man. And to make it a young girl, you just have to make 1 side pony only, like this. And this is a young girl. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, right now the hands are same because these are basics. Iske baad I'll be making the old man and women. In that, the hand formation, leg formation, everything is going to change. Yes, you can see all the figures. Geetika. Now I'm going to make the last figure, and this is the figure of an adult girl. Make the same figure, but do not make the hands this time. Make the figure of the man. Do not make the hands because we will be bringing some changes with the hands. I'm just making 1 side pony. So you see that we have made the hands close to the body in all the figures. In this, we will be making the hands a bit far from the body because I'm going to make 2 lines to show that she is wearing a dupatta. This is an adult girl. I'm just bringing the paper close to the camera to show you the figures. First one, the man. Second is the boy. Third is the women. And then the 3 phases of the girls. First one, the little girl with 2 ponies. Second one, the young girl with 1 pony. Third one with a single pony, but the dupatta both the sides. Okay. Now we will be making the figures of an old man and women. And I'm going to teach you 3 different phases in this as well. Now in this particular figures, everything is going to change from head to toe. Okay. The neckline, the hand formation, body posture, leg formation, everything. So just write old man, put a slash and writing women. Okay. So we will be making the old man and women. Yes, I can repeat the last one. Just make the figure of the man. Do not make the hands. Okay. I am making the left leg formation, making 1 side pony. I'm making the hands a bit far from the body. And I'm making the lines like this to show that she is wearing a dupatta. Okay, Tejaswini? Yes. Now I'm going to make the old man and women. in every figure, the trick is involved. I have actually decoded all the figures. So the tricks are actually involved. First one is the old man with a straight back. Second is the old man with a humpy back. Third is the old man with a very tilted back. Thank you so much, Kranti. That really means a lot. So I'm just going to make the K first. Just make a K. सब में tricks बताऊंगी मैं. Okay, just make a K and join the lines both the sides like this and solid each and every part like this. दोनों तरफ solid करना है. Oh, thank you so much, Deepta, and thanks to your mom as well. Thank you so much to her. Now I am just making a straight neckline in the center, and here comes the head like this. I'm just bringing it close to the camera, Prachi. 1 second. Can you see this? Okay. All right. So now in this one, see the body formation has changed. Now I'm going to make the right leg formation in this because this person is facing towards the right. And the hand formation is also going to change. I'm going to make both the hands towards right. Okay. First hand, just make a V. There is a trick. Just make a V like this and make another V just below this. ऐसे. And then make a curve and make a stick like this. So this is the first old man with a straight back. Thank you so much, Rishika. Now I'm going to make the second old man with a humpy back. For that, just make a slant line like this. This is the upper body, so just make a small slant line. And you know, lot of things are there in the master class. Lot of things are left. जैसे जैसे level up होगा आप लोग को और मजा आएगा. Trust me, you guys are going to enjoy like anything. So I'm going to make the semicircle like this. I'm using a normal gel pen. Then I'm making a triangle on the lower part. And I am going to solid each and everything like this. Okay. Now in the first one I made the neckline which was straight. In this the neckline will be slanting. So as the head. ऐसे. Okay. Again right leg formation. Hands will be towards the right. But hands won't be like a V. It will be like a tick mark. Just make one tick mark like this. Do not make a V, but make a tick mark. And make another tick mark like this, just below this. And then I'm just going to make the stick. So here comes the stick. Okay. Thank you so much, Nidhi. Thank you so much, Aristana. Everybody who's appreciating, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, I'm just repeating the second figure once again. Slant line, semicircle, triangle, solid each and everything. Make the slant neckline so as the head. Right leg formation. Hands will be like a tick mark. And here comes the stick. Like this. Okay. Now third is a very interesting figure. Thank you so much, Molly, Priyanka, Kranti, Pooja. Thank you so much, everyone. So now the third figure, the third old man has a very tilted body. Thank you so much, Revati. Just make a bird kind of a thing. We used to make such birds in our paintings in our childhood between the mountains. Thank you so much, Shivani. Okay. Swatika, thanks a lot. Now just make a line from here. And then just join a line from here as well. Then make a line from here and join a line from here. Now solid this. Like this. Now in the first one, the neck was straight. In the second one, the neck was slanting. In the third one, the neck will be horizontal. Leg formation, a right leg formation. Hands will go more down like a tick mark. And here comes the stick. Can you see the differences between all three? First, old man with a straight back. Second, old man with a tilted back. Third, old man with a very tilted body. Yes, I hope it is easy. It is easy to make. What is the difference between both the one with the tilted? So the third old man is very much older. He has a very tilted body. This has slantly tilted body, and it has a straight body. Okay, I'm repeating the third one. I made a bird kind of a thing. I made a line from here, another line, one line from here, another line. Make it solid. I made a horizontal line for the neck, so as the head. Then I made the right leg formation. Okay, hands will go more down like a tick mark, and here comes the stick. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm going to make the bun in all of these to make it a women. Just make the bun and make it a women like this. Okay, so this is an old woman. Now I'm going to tell you फटाफट से two birds and two animals. So just write quickly. Birds लिख लो जल्दी से सब लोग. Birds. So I'm going to teach you two bird formations and two animal formations. And rest of the birds and rest of the animals I am going to continue in the master class because we are not left with much time. Okay. For making the bird, something is common. That is the hollow circle, dot, and the cone. Okay. Then I'm going to make the slant line, the semicircle, another semicircle which goes solid, and the third one is another semicircle is hollow, and the third one is solid. Sairam, I have just added the buns in the things. I have just made these buns to make it an old woman. I have done nothing else. Okay. Now I'm making two big slant lines and two small slant lines. And then I made the triangle to make the tail. There is not this one. I'm just bringing it close to the camera. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much, Sarita. Grishma, if you are unable to see, then please reconnect. I just made a bird kind of a thing. I made one line from here, another from here, one line from here, another from here. Okay, let me just do the things. 1 second. Let me just do the bird part and the animal part. Then I'll repeat the old women, the last one. Bird, I am repeating hollow circle, dot, and the beak. Slant line, another slant line, one more slant line, which is hollow, and the last one is solid, making two big slant lines and two small slant lines attached, and here comes the triangle. Okay. Next bird is the bird which is standing cross-legged. I'll show the full page once I'm done with my drawing. Don't worry. Now for that, just make a hollow circle, dot, and the beak again. Now make this curve, this particular curve over here. Just make it like this. And we will be making the mango motif as well. So just make the mango motif like this. I told you that all the shapes are actually used. Okay. And then I'm going to make the curves inside this. And to make it cross-legged, there is a trick. So the trick is just make the horizontal line and stretch it like this. And make a vertical line and stretch it like this. And make the small slant lines. This is a bird which is standing cross-legged. Okay. I hope this is clear. I'm quickly repeating the old man last one, and I'm going to make it a woman. A shape like this, one line, another line, one line, another line. Just solid this and this as well. I'm making one line, horizontal one, so as the head. Making the right leg formation. I'm making the hands, which will be like a tick mark and which will go more down, and here comes the stick, and then I am making the bun over here. So this is an old one. You didn't understand the cross legs. I'm just repeating the cross legs. Quickly, I'm just repeating this bird. Hollow circle, dot, and the beak. Curve, the spiral, the mango motif, and the curves. Horizontal line, stretch it like this. Vertical line, stretch it like this. And the slant lines, both the sides. Repeating the second one as well. Slant line, semicircle, triangle, making this and this solid. Okay. Slant line for the neck, so as the head. Right leg formation. Hands will be like a tick mark, and here comes the stick. If you want to make it a woman, just make a bun. Okay. Now I'm proceeding with the animal very quickly. So I'm just going to make the animals now because we are not left with much time. Okay. Animals. Two animals. First is the goat. Second is the elephant. Cows, bulls, like horses, fishes, everything in the masterclass now. Okay. So just make a slant heart like this. Chota sa. Quickly. Slant heart. Solid this. I'm making the slant line for the neck. You remember this cross? The cross for the animal figures? Just make the broad cross over here. And make the lines like this. Solid the part. Neckline के बाद जुड़ा है. This is connected with the neckline. I've made the tail. Now for making the legs, just make the slant line, straight line and dot, slant line, straight line and dot, slant line, straight line and dot, slant line, straight line and dot. This is the goat. Okay. And then we have the elephant. One line, one straight line, the spiral for the trunk, one line over here, one dot. So I made one line, spiral for the trunk. Beach mein separation ke liye I made one line and I kept the dot for the eyes. Elephant body like this. Now leave some space from below and make one line like this. Where are you, Gudev? What are you drawing right now? I'm making the front legs and the back legs. And then I am making another spiral for the ears. You're making the goat, then it is not fast. I'll just repeat it. Okay. Then I'm making the elephant cloth like this. And here comes the tail. And here comes the cutest elephant. What I have to repeat? Can you please tell me? I have to repeat the elephant. Okay. One straight line like this. Spiral like this. One line for the separation, keeping the dot. Here comes the elephant body. Leave some space from below. Make a line. Make the front legs. Make the back legs, which are actually smaller, obviously. I have used the slant heart. Then make the spiral for the ear. These are the elephant cloths. Here comes the tail. And the elephant is done. Anu, I'm already running late. So I'll be teaching each and everything in the masterclass now, okay? And yes, Padmaja, iska answer bhi I can give in the masterclass. You can attend my masterclass, please. I'm going to show you the full page. There are 128 people in house. And I'm going to repeat my introduction very quickly. So hello everyone, my name is Varsha Srivastav. By profession, I'm a handcrafted jewelry designer. I am from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. I'm also an entrepreneur. I'm an online educator and a social activist too. Okay, so in the field of paper jewelry, I hold a award as well as national record. I have been awarded from the Central Ministry of India as well as many state ministries and the governors of two states. And I'm also an empaneled designer and artisan from the Ministry of Textiles of India. This is about me. I hope you guys enjoyed the class. Can I get some feedbacks in the chat box? And a lot of people are interested in the master class. How sweet. Okay, we will just talk about the master class as well. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm always polite, dear. All right. So a lot of people are interested in the master class. We will come to the master class details as well. Let me show you guys what I actually teach and what I actually make in the master class. Excited? Yes, I can see a lot of excitement in the chat box. So jaldi se pehle main dikha to दूं मैं बनाती क्या हूँ. What I teach in the master class, that is also very important, no? So everybody is super excited. I can see the excitement. Really, I'm very happy to see this excitement. And yes, I'm going to show you the stuff, whatever I make and whatever I teach in the master class. And guys, I'm a very big believer of best out of waste. So whatever things I make, I just try to make those things out of waste. Can you see the CDs on this thing? Yes, I have not worked this side because I wanted to show ki CDs hi hai, I'm not lying. Okay. Now, these are the coasters which I have made. Can you see these? Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Monica ji. I saw your reaction. Okay, so this is the part of the masterclass. I am going to teach you how to make the coasters using the CDs. And yes, this is paper, but this is waterproofed. I'm going to teach you 4 different ways of waterproofing the products to make it durable. And this particular dance form is known as circular tarpa. This is the part of the masterclass. Thank you so much, everyone, for the reaction. Next, we have the spiral tarpa. I'm going to teach you the spiral tarpa making as well. Okay, there is a proper technique of making the proper spiral. I will be helpful to you. I am going to teach you everything in the masterclass. This is also the part of the masterclass. Then we have the paper jewelry. Yes, the paper jewelry in which I hold a word record. So this is the set which I was talking about, the sari border. I made the replica of that as well. Okay, and then this is another set. So I'm going to teach you the paper jewelry making as well. Then I have 2 different designs on the pendants as well. So we will be making the paper jewelry, and yes, this is waterproof, this is durable, this is hard, and this is also the part of the masterclass. Okay, then I'm going to show you the frame. So I have the frames with me. This is one frame and this is another one. So we will be making the frames as well in the masterclass along with the framing. So this is a wall frame actually. This is also the part of the masterclass. Then I am going to show you some cloth work, which is also the part of the masterclass. So this is incomplete. I'm just completing this one. I am going to teach you both the ways, both the pen and the brush techniques. The border, you can see the detailings is done by the pen, and this pen remains forever on your cloth. So I'm going to reveal the name of the pen in the masterclass. Okay. Next, I have the last thing, and after that, I'm going to hand over the session for the masterclass details. A lot of people are excited for the masterclass. So I have few of the paintings, pattern paintings. Warli daily life, God and the devotees, the farming theme, the daily life theme again, and the bridal theme, the wedding theme actually. Okay. So this is also the part of the masterclass. I'm going to teach you the dapping technique as well to balance the colors.